Welcome to Valencia. Now you're about to be handed the keys to the Focus RS, and Ford thought it might be a good idea for me to explain how some of the systems work. The Focus RS may look like a normal everyday car, but it really isn't, because underneath the skin is the beating heart of a rally car developed over the last few years by Cone Bex, who is sitting next to me in the passenger seat. The RS offers 4 drive modes to suit different driving conditions so that you can make the most of the car's performance. And this button isn't just for scrolling through different massage settings, it really affects the car's performance and dynamic handling to suit those different conditions. So at the moment, everyday driving, which is what you'll be doing on the way back from the airport, I'm set into normal mode. The exhaust isn't too noisy, the ride is quite gentle if you like, doesn't throw you around over the bumps. And if you scroll through things like sport to track to drift, the suspension gets harder, the car becomes more aggressive and starts tuning into the environment. Therefore, you can make the most of the power, get maximum response. Each driving mode alters the 6 primary vehicle controls, from the exhaust to the engine control to the throttle response, the steering effect, the all-wheel drive, the traction control and the ESC, and the dampers, either stiffer or softer.
Now we are driving a normal mode, and I wouldn't call it normal mode because it's still very RS feel.
Yeah, 350 horsepower, I feel like I can go wherever I want.
Yeah, you can.
With all these red lights, I think we need to take this into the countryside and do what this car was made to do, which is tackle some serious corners.
Very good idea, Ben.
Okay, good. Right, let's get out of here. Okay, so here we are in some proper mountain roads. This is much more like it, so I guess now is a good time to try the sport button.
Yeah, finally, go for it.
So I'll select that. That's come up on the screen as sport mode. So what difference is that now over normal?
Yeah, so what happens now is like engine controls are changing. You will get a more aggressive throttle response.
Yeah.
Also exhaust sound is more present now. It gets also pops and burbles.
Okay.
Yeah. The steering feel is changing.
Yeah, so it's a little heavier in the wheel.
Yeah, correct. We are changing the boost curve, so it gives you a bit more confidence, feel at higher speeds. Also, like now, all-wheel drive is an track tune, which is actually tuned for maximum traction.
So the all-wheel drive setting now in sport mode is the same as the setting that you get in track mode.
Yeah, correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the only things missing from track mode really is the reduced traction control and the stiffer damper setting.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want, you may try it with the button at the end of the indicator.
Okay. So damping, so I can stiffen that. I can feel the firmer ride.
Yeah.
And it just feels that a little bit more precise. It's amazing when you just start to lean on it, you start to feel the axles working a little bit harder, and when it's closer to the edge, applying that power, you do start to feel through the wheel power surging and that torque just starting to break traction. Yeah, but it's a very gradual process and it's quite intuitive. So
I'm glad that you're feeling confident behind the wheel because I'm sitting next to you.
Nice big cliffs at the side. Finally, here we are at the racetrack, so we can really unleash the car. And I've loved the mountain section, but you have to hold back a bit. But here, we can give it everything, can't we?
Yeah, we're on the pit lane. Ben, maybe you want to try out the launch control?
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds great.
So to set up the launch control, you need to use the buttons on the steering wheel.
Right.
So go to settings.
Okay.
Then go driver assist. Yes. Select it. And
launch control.
Select launch control.
Easy enough.
So,
okay, so first gear.
Yeah,
clutch in.
Floor the throttle and drop the clutch, and off you go. Yeah.
That's mega.
So what happens is, like, the all-wheel drive recognizes that you selected launch control.
Okay.
So it will preload it the left and the rear clutches already for optimized traction.
So you get an instant response as soon as you drop the clutch.
Yep.
Instant release. Amazing. So this is great. This is what we came here for. Okay, so yeah, so I'm still in sports. I guess now that we're on the track, we should select track mode and firm everything up. So I'll press that one more time. So yeah, what's the difference now then between sport where we were and now into track mode?
you can go hard on the brakes, for example.
Yes.
You can drive very fast and hard without that the ESC will interrupt you.
Okay, well I'll start pushing a little bit harder. I'm already digging pretty hard into the brakes. So I've got a very fast fourth gear, about 100 mile an hour left-hander here. So I'm leaning in gently. You feel the power surging through the rear tyres when a front-wheel drive, a powerful hot hatch would just wash out at the front. As soon as you get on the power on the way out of a corner, you always lose the steering. And with this all-wheel drive system, what you're getting is all that power, rather than overwhelming the front tyres, being shared into the rear.
Yeah.
It's happening very quickly. Is that right? How many times a second is it?
Yeah, 100 times a second. It's calculating.
It's amazing to feel just how accurate this car is on the track and drive it precisely, try to get maximum performance. But there is one setting that we haven't tried yet, I am quite looking forward to, which is driving like a hooligan in drift mode.
Yeah.
So I think it's time to push the button one more time. All right, well, here we go.
You're now in drift mode. So what happens is...
What happens now? We go.
Dampers become soft again.
We do it sideways.
In drift mode, all-wheel drive again switch to the drift setting, which means it will, instead of going for optimize or maximum traction, it helps you doing the power slides.
So lighter steering so you can work the wheel faster, softer damping so it's easy to catch the slide when it happens, and obviously more power to the rear wheels through the all-wheel drive system.
All-wheel drive is also switching to the drift settings, so it will send as much as possible torque to the outside wheel to overcome all the delays in the system, and once you're in a smooth drift it will actually lock almost assist the rear axle. Like this, yes.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, it's quite effortless as well. But I'm going to try one a little bit faster down here, now that we're in proper drift mode, and see how it fares at higher speeds.
I will grab the handle.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
You sure? You can get out now if you want. Might not work out very well for you.
I'll trust you. Well, I'm sad because my time is up, but yours is about to begin, and I hope that you will all enjoy this car as much as I have. Cohen, you've done an amazing job. You've combined these three different worlds of road, track, and drifting into this one amazing package. So you should be proud. You've done a fantastic job. Glad that you enjoyed it, and by the way, nice driving.
Thank you. I've loved it. So can I keep this one?
No.
Got to ask, haven't you?